Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just wanted to make a little video about uh, why I ended up liking the Sportster superlow from Harley Davidson. Um, and I've decided um, what I like about the Sportster the most is its simplicity. Um, and, its cheap cost is another big one. Um, but I think it's important for myself to mostly be on a motorcycle that is not dangerous. Um, I can be on a patch of sand on the road and give it all the gas this thing's got, and nothing's gonna happen. Quite honestly, my bike here, the Sportster Super Low, is, you know, it doesn't have a lot of balls. It's got enough to get out of its own way. It's got probably more balls than any average car or truck. Uh, so, you know, that's what I like about it. It's the 883 motor, 883cc. Um, and when I'm on it, I can give it all the gas it's got, and there's not a whole lot that's going to happen. So I can be safe on it. And that's what I like about the Sportster Super Low. This is a 2017 with ABS and security key fob. It's a rare bike, um, and I'm just really happy with it. Um, I've made a few videos here on my channel, um, about this bike. If you haven't seen it, check it out. You might want to hit the subscribe button because I'm going to be doing reviews. It's quite honestly, the videos are kind of basic right now because I don't have a computer and I don't have a drone. But within the next couple of months, I will be purchasing those items, and I want to kind of create, uh, 10, 20, 30 minutes of video on the Sportster Super Low to start. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna do things to it. Um, and that's gonna be fun. Um, and eventually, I will buy another motorcycle. Um, but for right now, we're gonna start the channel off with a Sportster Super Low. So, like I said, this is a 2017. I bought it brand new from Minuteman Harley Davidson, and I'm those guys are pretty cool because I got kind of shitty credit, and it's not that it's farce credit, it's just uh, some credit card stuff, which is no big deal. What are you gonna do? So, um, you know, we'll see how it goes. Um, but I do want to get a more powerful motorcycle. Um, I think it's important to be safe, but I am looking at a sport bike. Um, I like, to be honest with you, I wish I had some pictures to show you and or a computer to show you the Kawasaki Ninja H2. Now, to be honest, if you ever seen it, it's kind of ugly, but um, I think it would be good for the channel because there's not many bikes more powerful than that bike, and you could just take it out and be gentle with it. Um, but we'll see how that goes. Um, so yeah, for those of you that don't know me, I'm basically a retired master plumber here in the state of Rhode Island. I live in Tiverton, and I got a lot of time on my hands to do moto vlogging, which if I'm going to be out on the motorcycle and wrenching on things, why not bring a camera with me, And, I get a lot of enjoyment out of YouTube and videos. I'm sure people will get a lot of enjoyment out of seeing the superlow. I have checked the internet. There's not too many superlows on the internet, on YouTube. So, uh, whatever I do with the superlow, I think it's going to be pretty good. Um, but basically, I was in the plumbing trade for about 10 years. Learned enough to where I could go into business on my own. Um, you know, I kind of made a little name for myself for keeping the parts on the truck. And I didn't like how some guys didn't carry parts on their truck. They had to drive to the supply house to get the stuff, and it takes longer to do the job. So you know, my relationship with the local plumbers probably could be better, but it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I value every day I spent in the trade. I learned a lot. Um, I'll always be able to work on my own stuff, my own house. I'll be able to do electrical, because there's a lot of electrical and plumbing. You got to know what you're doing. Um, yeah, I mean, you know, life's good right now. Um, I love the back to the Harley Sportster. I mean, there's something about not having much of a motorcycle behind you that is a good feeling. It's like taking a scooter out, And if I took a scooter out today, uh, I'd be entertained, you know. There's something about going out on something that's not gonna be like overpowering, to muscle around like a big motorcycle. Now, don't get me wrong, I like big motorcycles. I may actually be an owner of one in the future, but um, that's what I like the Sportster for because it's just so raw. You can go out. You can go. Since I'm right on the Massachusetts border to Rhode Island. I can go down to Cape Cod on the motorcycle and go out to eat. That's where I was born, on Cape Cod, and I can go out to eat on the motorcycle. And you know, I'm looking for um, some motorcycle clubs. There's not too many in New England, in the Northeast. It's such a short season for us motorcycle riders in New England. Uh, we're only getting maximum 8 months a year, maybe 6 months a year. So, and you know, I think all the motorcycle gangs got shut down. Actually, I don't think the cops like the motorcycle gangs up here in New England. So, but yeah, I mean, if you're thinking about getting a Sportster, you already have one, I think you made a good choice, or you're about to make a good choice. Um, you can't go wrong. My payments are like $170 a month. It's like a cable bill. It's like having an extra cable bill. You don't notice the money too much. You got more money in your pocket to go out and do whatever you want. You hang out. Um, so, yeah, I mean, I want the I want the channel's technology to evolve here, and every time I buy something, it's more technology for the channel. So in the next couple months, you know, I I want it to be like 10, 20, 30 minutes of entertainment. So there'll be some music, and I want to take the camera around Rhode Island and Massachusetts and show the internet Rhode Island, from a Sportster's point of view. Um, and we got a lot of nice beaches here. Um, that I can take the drone out and show you guys some really nice sunrises and sunsets. And um, I have a really nice sunrise here where I live in Tiverton. Um, it's really nice. So I think it's going to be a fun thing to do for me. Um, but if you haven't seen my channel, check it out. I'm actually going to take you around the bike right now and show it to you and show you some mods I might be doing. So here it is. Sportster Superlow 883. So basically, this headlight's going to get changed out to LED. Not sure who I want to go with on that, but that's getting changed out. I'm getting new blinkers, LED, of course. I'm going to get new pegs. The pegs that this bike comes with is kind of cheap. So we're going to get new pegs. What else? We're going to get new suspension. Suspension's okay. You know, I wish it could be better. So I will be replacing the suspension, and we'll do that on YouTube. You know, and of course, all new LED for the tail lighting. Tail lights are going to be all LED. I just need something that's brighter than what I have. You know, if it's brighter, you can't complain. Let's see. We're gonna change the media, the filter media, out of the air filter to high flow air performance. And we're gonna be swapping the exhaust out. What else? So we will get the fuel chip from Vance and Hines, probably. What else? Not much else to be really said about it. You know. So yeah. The dealership had to go to New York City to get this bike. So I told them I wanted a superlow with ABS, and they came back with this. It's got the security key fob. So the bike was about 10 grand. And the Miniman Harley Davidson was really cool. I didn't need to put any money down. I just walked in and said, give me a motorcycle, and they plopped one in my lap. You know, it's been great ever since. So, what else? Yeah, I mean, not much else to say about it. You know, I have thought about going back to the trade, the plumbing trade, and you know, I just for those of you that don't know, I got sick with schizophrenia. So I take medicine and I'm completely normal. There's nothing wrong with me. except for some side effects of the disease like anxiety and stuff like that. So for me to go back to work, yeah, I gotta have to really think about it because, uh, it's tough work, and if I've already suffering from anxiety, this YouTube thing may be some blessing for me. If I can, take you guys around state of Rhode Island, check out the sites, that might be a fun thing to do. So, and I got a lot of time to do it. So, um, yeah, so not much else to say about it. GoPro, stop recording.